Module 5, Lesson 1, Creating Strong Video Content. Why do we want to make instructional videos? Well, there's actually several great benefits of making instructional videos, including building background knowledge for students. This gives you a chance to transfer information to your students via lecture or mini lesson. Instructional videos can also help deepen or solidify student learning. You can use instructional videos to reinforce what students are learning or have already learned. Modeling is another great way to use instructional videos. Consider demonstrations where you show students a process. Think alouds where you walk students through your thinking process as you solve a problem. Or technology introduction, known as onboarding. This is a great idea when you're using a new tech tool in your classroom and you need to provide a tutorial on how to use that tech tool for your students. Also consider making instructional videos for directions. If you're having students complete an assignment or project, record the instructions. That way students can rewatch the video as many times as needed. Reteaching is another strategy that can be used with instructional videos. Make videos for specific topics of struggle, or just assign videos to certain students to help with the remediation process. There are several advantages of using video in the classroom. Remember that videos are not just for our virtual or online learning. They are also great for in-person classroom settings as well. Some advantages of using video in your classroom are that students can learn at their own pace. Students have the ability to pause, stop, rewind, and rewatch a video as many times as they need to. Instructional videos allow access to content anytime and anywhere. And when we are in a virtual learning situation, instructional videos can help parents and guardians who often act as the facilitators of student learning. And oftentimes parents need that support and the explanations to be able to assist their children. With instructional videos, there's no more Groundhog Day. Teachers don't have to repeat the same content over and over and over again. And teachers are able to replicate themselves. If students are watching an instructional video, then it allows the teacher to be free to work with other students around the classroom. So, there are 3 steps to creating a video. First, prepare, then enhance, and finally record. Let's take a closer look at these 3 steps. First, we want to make sure we're prepared to make our video. Choose a media tool in which you're going to put your content. Google Slides or PowerPoint are great choices, but there are lots of other choices out there as well. Be selective about what you're making the video. Narrow your focus or topic. Keep it simple. Make sure to include examples that will help students understand the content you're presenting in the video. Make sure to add media. Things like charts, graphs, maps, and images can really help students understand the content being presented. Also make sure that if students are taking notes during your video, that you remind them of what they actually need to write down. One idea I often use with my presentations is using a different text color to indicate what students should take notes on. That way they know if they see the text in a certain color, say yellow, that's what they're supposed to write down. Everything else they can just listen to. Also, make sure that you're conscientious of the length of your video. There's been several studies done about what is a good length of video. And in fact, a lot of studies show that engagement begins to drop after the 6-minute mark. So consider making videos that are short, simple, and direct in what they're covering. The second step of creating an instructional video is to use enhancements. Consider using things like underlining, bolding, or highlighting text to emphasize important points that you want to make. Use arrows to point point out important information or parts of media. And use animated bullets that allow text to appear as speakers refer to it in the video. In this example, you can see two diagrams for a plant and animal cell being used by the teacher for instruction. The teacher has included bright red arrows pointing to specific parts of the model in order to point out different things that they want to highlight. In this example, the notes on the screen are using enhancements to point out important parts. The teacher has used bold, underline, and highlighting to emphasize different parts of the text. The third part of creating an instructional video is actually recording your video. You will need to choose a screen recording tool to do this. Three options that I've included here are Screencastify, Google Meet, and Screencast-O-Matic. Tutorials for each of these can be found in the Resources section of Module 5. A few more tips for creating your instructional video. Be yourself. Keep tone and word choice conversational, just like you were talking to your students in the classroom. Also think about your pace. Keep it moving so that students don't check out or get too bored with your video. Make sure you match media to your voice and show your explanations. And then decide when you need to embed your webcam. Some good times to do this might be if you're doing icebreakers or trying to build relationships with students through your videos. Maybe you're doing demonstrations where they need to see your hands and your face, or when you're doing read-alouds. So now that you have all of these videos made, what are you going to do with them? Well, you have created a complete video library to use in the future. You can use this video library to serve as a flipped classroom, where students can watch videos at home to prepare for class discussion and more in-depth learning. More information about Flipped Classroom is presented in Module 5, Lesson 2. This is also great when students are absent because they can still get the content material through your instructional videos and your video library. And it allows students to rewatch videos on demand whenever they need them. It's always a great idea to think about planning out your video before you create it. Here are two video planning templates that can be found in Module 5 resources that can help you in planning your instructional video. Now on to your task. You are going to create a video for a topic in your content area. Use one of the video planning templates in the resources section to plan your video. Using these templates is optional, but highly encouraged. Make sure to create your content for your instructional video first. I recommend Google Slides, but again, PowerPoint or other formats can be used. Use the screencast software of your choice to create your instructional video. Tutorials for the three mentioned in this lesson can be found in the resources section. And when you are finished with your instructional video, upload the finished video to the Creating Strong Video Content section of the Google form. Resources for this lesson can be found in the link below or by visiting the resources page of Module 5. Thank you.